Okay, so Hannah's with me here today. We usually do a pet of the week and debut one animal, but I am doing pets of the week. This is what probably came to us in maybe a 2-week period. All these little kitties that we have. We have about 71 kitties here, and I guess my talking point today is to kind of let you see what happens when you don't spay or neuter your cat. 2, if you don't microchip them. I know that you don't think cats, usually we hear, well, they're only going to be indoor cats. Well, they do get out and they do wander, and they wander far when they're out. So if we had them microchipped, at least we would be able to know who they are and who they belong to and get them back to their owners. Another thing we have a problem with is people just don't ask their landlords if they can have a pet, and they think a cat is something that they can probably sneak in or get by with. Well, sooner or later, as the story goes, you always get caught. And so these animals end up either outside because they just end up letting them go, or they end up down here. And most times not. If you're taking a cat in that your landlord's not aware of, most times they are not spayed or neutered. So the big thing that we have right now is not spaying and neutering your cats, because this is what happens when you don't do this. And then the shelters and the adoption centers get overrun with trying to find them good forever homes. We also want to say too that sometimes these people have these animals that wander up on their property, and they may be pregnant if they're females, and they may see the babies and start taking care of mama and maybe start feeding the babies. And then after a while, when it gets to be a reality check that we can't feed them or take care of them, then they end up also coming in here. So one thing we always do stress is, as I have stressed in the beginning when I started here, one, if you see a mama cat and you think she's by herself, or you think she's a mama cat, please leave her alone. She's probably got babies somewhere. And don't feed them. Because the first thing we're going to ask you is, if you are feeding them and taking care of them, then technically they're going to be your kitties. And 2, they will stay. And they just continue to grow and grow and grow and get bigger. And when you have multiple cats, as you can see, these are litters that have come in. So they're litters that have come in with a mommy as well. So my tip today for you all is please, please, please spay and neuter your kitties. Know that you need to be, if you're in a rent situation with the landlord, please make sure that you check with them first before you go and take a cat or a kitten. Please have them microchipped so that we can at least get them back to their owners as quickly as possible. Please, I know you're thinking you're doing a good neighbor deed, but if you see a stray cat, don't feed it, leave it alone. It may have babies, or it may just have wandered into your property, your yard, on your porch for a day, maybe 2 days, 3 days. If you don't feed it or take care of it, it will wander away. So as you can see, like I said, we are pretty overwhelmed with kitties right now. So we just want you to be responsible owners. If you don't like the problem, then somebody else is not going to like the problem as well. So, and you can always call down here at Paws and Claws Adoption Center. Our number is 402-562-5683, and we can give you some tips as well. So, have a good weekend.